Hello everyone. Today in this video we are going to continue from task 9 of the project 0x05 C pointers, arrays and strings. So it says what? This is a function prototype. Write a function that copies the string pointed to by src including the terminating null byte to the buffer pointed to by dest. Return value the pointer to dest. It says for information the standard library provides similar function strcpy. This is a standard function that is used to perform the same operation of the same function as the function we are supposed to write in this particular project. Okay, so you can just command this down on your terminal, or you can learn more about the strcpy function. So it says we are trying a function that copies the string pointed to by src. So we are going to copy whatever string src is pointing to what? To dest. So this simply means the source and this simply means the destination. So we are copying whatever is in source to where? To destination here. So let's open the file. So before we continue, let me quickly pass this information. For those interested in our C mentorship program, the course application for the 7th batch is currently open. So kindly go to b12learn.com.ng, which is our newly launched learning management system, and then go to courses. Under courses, you'll be able to see ALX Complete C programming course. So because I'm already logged in, that's why I'm seeing continue learning here. In your own case, you will see start learning. Okay, so if I click on continue learning now, so as you can see, I have the project here. These are the first ones created: how to clear repositories, hello world, how to install Betty, all this. These are all the ALX project. As you can see here, we have them on this website. Okay, so for instance, if I want to access the small functions, more nested loops, I will just click on this, and as you can see, all the materials are here. Okay, so here as well, if I want to access functions and nested loops, all the course materials are here. So if you're really interested in taking part in this mentorship program, kindly message me using the WhatsApp link in the description of this video, and then I will share a coupon code which will give you a 30% discount on this course. Believe me, this course is very affordable. Okay, also if you have a course that you want to sell on this website, you can register as an instructor. Simply come here and then you can click on instructor registration. You can register as an instructor. Because I've already registered, that's why you're seeing you are not registered as an instructor. In your own case, you'll see a registration form which you need to fill. Okay, so after filling the registration form and after uploading your course, the course will be reviewed, and once everything is fine, we are going to make it available for others to have access to. Okay, so if there is any inquiry you want about being an instructor or enrolling in the C programming course, kindly message me, like I said, using the WhatsApp link in the description of this video, and I will answer your question, and also I will share the coupon code that you need to get 30% discount on our mentorship program. So thank you very much, and let's continue. So vi paste this. Yeah, so it has been documented already. So what we need to do here is this. My function prototype is already inside my main.h. Okay, so I've already pasted it there. All right, so what do we need to do first? We are going to need a loop, right? We are going to loop over the entire element of src. Let me show you this here. So assuming we have something like this, let's say I have let's say D. Let me just use something short, D, right? And this is what in the source string, or let me do it again. Let me say we have src, right? This is a pointer, right? This is pointing to this string here, D. So D, like this. So we are copying whatever is in D into what? Into dest. So this is index 0. We know that strings are stored as what? Arrays. So index 1, this is index 0, index 1, and what? An index 2 here. And you all know that a terminating null byte will be appended at the end, right? There is a terminating null byte. So we're asked to copy the entire element of source, whatever string source is pointing to where? To dest. So I have something like this, dest, right? Forgive my handwriting. So dest is equals to what? Whatever is in index 0 of source should be at index 0 of dest. So this is going to hold what? D. What is in index 1? So whatever is in index 1 of source should be at index 1 of where? Of dest. So this is going to be what?
A here. So the index 2 should be what? Index 2. So this is going to be what? Y here. The terminating NOR byte here is going to be what? 3 here, right? So we are asked to copy everything. So when you look at this, we are going to loop, right? We are going to iterate over the entire source here, right? Each element of source. So we are going to loop over it, and for each iteration we are going to store it in dest. So if we iterate over index 0, we are going to store whatever is in index 0 of source to index 0 of dest. Whatever is in index 1 of source, we are going to store it in index 1 of dest. So that's where we get a copy of source into dest. Okay, so now what I need to do first is I need to declare my variable, which I'm going to use for the looping. So here I will just say for I, I'm beginning from 0, right? For I equals to 0. So what should be the condition? SRC, since I'm looping over source now, right? I'm looping over source because it is the element of source I want to store the dest. So I need to loop over source first, just like what I explained here. So SRC not equals to index I, not equals to the terminating NOR byte, right? Then what? Then I plus plus. So what do we need to do here? So inside this for loop, I can now say what? Dest index I is equals to what? Is equals to source index I. So that's also what I explained here. Whatever is in source at that index, store it into dest at that same index. Index 0 of dest of source, the element that is in index 0 of dest should be, sorry, the character at index 0 of source should be stored in index 0 of dest. The character at index 10 of source should be stored at index 10 of dest. Okay, that's why I did something like this. So dest index I is equals to source index I. So whatever is in source, let's say for the first iteration I is 0. So whatever is in index 0 of source will be stored in index 0 of dest. Whatever is in index 20, assuming I is 20, whatever is in index 20 of source will be stored in index 20 of dest. Do you get it? So now if I should say return here, return what? Because we are told to return a pointer to the dest. So I will just simply say dest here, because dest has already been declared here as a what? As a pointer. So there is no need for me to declare it again. So I just need to return it. But when you do like this, it's not going to work. It will work actually, but the checker will fail because the checker said including the terminating NOR byte. And when we are doing our loop here, as you can see, our loop is terminating when it encounters a terminating NOR byte. So terminating NOR byte is not included in the copying here. So all I need to do here is after everything finish, after the loop, I need to what? I need to say dest at index I is now what? Is now equals to the terminating NOR byte. So what happened here is this. The moment it reaches, I reaches a certain value and the element at that index of I is equals to terminating NOR byte, you know that it will not execute this part, right? Because this condition is false, right? Isn't it? It will not execute this part. Instead, it will jump into this. So whatever the last value of I is, right, I want to store the terminating NOR byte at that position. So with this, I have what? Appended a terminating NOR byte after the what? The strings. After the character stored in what? In dest. So now this is the last element in dest, okay, which is the terminating NOR byte. So with this, the checker will check. Okay, so now let's test Betty first. So Betty 9. Okay, it says one, no description for return value. Did I not? Okay, yeah, I did not explain the return. Okay, so here I need to tell Betty that return, let me just say dest, just return dest. So I think now it's okay. All right, so let's create the test file, which is 9min.c. all right, so let's copy, so paste. So here I need to say hash I, hash. All right, so I will say compile, right? I need to compile now, so gcc, the compilation command. Good, so let's run the compiled file, which is this. So as you can see, we got the exact output here. So when you look at this, this is the function call, right? S1 was passed to the function. This is the destination where you are copying the content to, and this is what? what you are trying to copy, right? First solve the problem, then write the code. So here it is printed. As you can see, we are getting this. So the next thing is what? When the function is called again with ptr, which is this, the function call, right? ptr is storing the function call. Okay, so when ptr is called, we are expecting to get a copy of it. So that's why we're having this printed here. Okay, so this is just how you can be able to loop over strings and copy the elements from one pointer or from one variable to another variable. So don't forget to add, commit, and push to your GitHub repository. So we are ending the session here. Thank you very much. Till we meet in our next session.